After 12 years as a Manchester United player, Wayne Rooney is going to get his testimonial on Wednesday night at Old Trafford. We're taking on his boyhood club, Everton. Normally, testimonials are a game where a manager wouldn't look at it as, I suppose, a proper pre-season game, but considering we got our fixture with Manchester City cancelled out in China, we've only played Wigan, Dortmund and Galatasaray. We've got Leicester on Sunday in the Community Shield, but this is going to be Mourinho's first game at Old Trafford, and it should be an opportunity for him to get those players more minutes under their belts. So here's who I think is going to be our starting 11. As you can see here, David De Gea in goal. I don't really want to see Romero unnecessarily. But I don't know whether he'll give Romero time. I think I've said this in previous videos. He knows how good his number one is, but he doesn't know how good or bad Romero is. So maybe he will play Romero. At right back, I think there's only one choice for this. I'm going to go for Antonio Valencia because he played very, very well against Galatasaray. He got 3 assists out of the 5 goals, and I don't like Valencia at right back. But seeing that sort of performance was a little bit 2010 Valencia, the one that was quality, the one that was pinging in crosses for Rooney left, right and centre. Can he do that again this season? I'm not sure. I still think Matteo Darmian is probably going to be a better choice at right back than him and Timothy Fosu-Mensah, but Fosu-Mensah is currently injured, or at least sidelined. At the back, I've gone for Eric Bailly because there's no reason why you would take him out. He's playing very well at the moment, looking nice and comfortable at the start of his career. And I've gone for Phil Jones alongside him. This left centre-back spot is a real tough one at the moment because Chris Smalling's injured. And I don't want Phil Jones there, I don't want Marcus Rojo there, and I don't want Daley Blind there. So I'm not really sure who should be playing there, but I'm going for Jones. I think he deserves an opportunity. I'm not sure I've said that a million times as well, but I just definitely don't want it to be Rojo. And I think Blind should be a midfielder. I don't want to get used to him playing centre-back again. Left back, Luke Shaw, no explanation necessary. Looking like he's hardly missed a beat. For a player who spent nearly a year out injured, Luke Shaw is settling right back into this Man United team, and it's looking fantastic. So welcome back, Shaw. Midfield, I've gone for Carrick and Herrera. Now, I've torn between Carrick and Schneiderlin here, but I've gone for Carrick. No particular reason. It might be Schneiderlin. And it's a testimonial, so there's going to be a lot of players coming on and off, and the game's not going to be very intense anyway. And maybe Mourinho's going to play players like Carrick, who have been there for a lot longer with Wayne Rooney, from a sentimental perspective. But I think Herrera's been playing good in this pre-season, and I want to see him continue his run of starts. So I'm going for 4 at the back with 2 holding midfielders, going for a front 3 behind a striker, and I've gone for Mkhitaryan on the right. I do think that's where he's going to play more this season. I've gone for Rooney as the number 10 because of who's starting up front, and I've gone for Memphis Depay on the left. Now, he's had a bit of an indifferent start to this pre-season. Memphis really hasn't kicked on from when he joined from PSV as one of those electric players that lit up the Eredivisie. He just hasn't done it yet. And he just needs, I don't know what he needs anymore, but it must be mentally up there. He just needs to believe in himself and start putting in those performances, get that confidence back. And playing with players like Ibrahimovic and Mkhitaryan should help improve his game. As I said, Rooney at number 10, because I've gone for Marcus Rashford up front. I think Rooney this season is going to be dotted in between lots of different positions. He's not going to be our starting striker. He's certainly not going to be our starting central midfielder. And I don't even think he's our starting number 10 either. But he's Rooney. You know, he's been there for 12 years. He's done a lot for the club. Think what you think about him. As a player, I know my thoughts on Rooney. Not particularly in love with him, I'll be honest. But he's done a lot for the club. He's a couple of goals off Bobby Charlton's record. So I suppose he deserves a testimonial. And for him to do number 10, maybe I'm not sure whether he's going to play second half for Everton, but I've gone for Marcus Rashford up front because I want to see him start. I don't want to see Rashford just used on the wings this year. I think he's good enough, easily he's good enough to play up front on his own, and he's got a little bit more pace than Ibrahimovic, so he'll offer a little bit more, especially when you've got someone like Memphis and Mkhitaryan out on the wings. That is my predicted 11 for the game. Let me know yours in the comments. I definitely haven't got 11 out of 11 in any game yet, and I probably won't at any point. But here's hoping I can get 8. I'll be happy with 8 out of 11 this week. So let me know yours in the comments below. As always, drop a like on the video, and we'll speak to you soon. Take it easy, everyone.
Bull Street FC has been formed, and the guys on your fan channel are going to be taking part in our first game, the Game of Fans, against Spencer FC's #United. If you don't want to miss out on any of the action, all you've got to do is subscribe to the Bull Street channel right now. Do it right now so that you can say, I was there when we were shit.